had a busy couple of days, and it just continues to stay busy, doesn't it, around here? But I am going to try to have a good day and not worry too much about work and getting things done. It's a holiday, so I'm just gonna try to be laid back about it. So we're gonna grill out tonight when Ryan gets off of work and just enjoy ourselves. And I'm just not gonna let all of the work piling up bother me. Whew, it is so hot out here, y'all. I got all the goats taken care of. We've got one sick one. I'm hoping she just ate something bad. Or it could be a heavy worm load. Her symptom is diarrhea. So it happens, and we're treating it. I gave her some probiotics and some herbal dewormer, and I'm going to come back with some activated charcoal and give that to her as well to help stop it, because it's a little too heavy right now and she could get dehydrated very easily. We don't want that to happen because that can lead to worse problems. So what I do in a situation like this is, depending how bad it is, I'll let it run its course if I think it's something they ate. If I suspect that it's something else, which usually if it's really severe, it is something else, then I try to slow down the severity with activated charcoal. So I'm gonna come back with some of that for her, and I'll give her more herbal immune boosting stuff, again, 2 or 3 times today. So we're double dosing her. I mean, actually it's triple dosing on the herbal immunity boosting herbs that I get from Molly's Herbal, and the activated charcoal as frequently as I can put it in her mouth. But she's already had the probiotics. She's got fresh hay, fresh water. She's staying inside. So she should be fine within 24 to 48 hours. Usually is about as long as this type of thing lasts. And it happens, but it's something that we just deal with one goat at a time. But it's Spice, in case you were wondering. That's Fancy Two's daughter. Sugar and Spice were her 2 daughters last July, or the July before. Yeah. So anyway, and I was just gonna say something else about Fancy Two. I think she might be pregnant. I think Bo may have been successful in his breeding with her in March. So she's looking pretty rotund. I'm thinking it's a pretty good possibility. And if that's the case, that means that there's no worries about his descended testicle, because that was the first time he bred. So if he was able to knock it out of the park in the first try, then that is a very good sign to his fertility, which is really good, because that means he has quite a future. All right, I'm handing it off to Ryan. He's gonna go dose her. Just put it right in the back, just like usual. Just like he did with Bo and saved his life.
Okay.
And check time and see if she needs some too.
All right.
She looked a little peakish. So for those of you that are wondering what I just handed Ryan, these are all gonna help fight off whatever is wrong with her, especially that one. Oregano, rosemary, frankincense, thyme, eucalyptus, lemon, and wild orange. So what I did is I mixed up the activated charcoal with kombucha, a really strong kombucha because of the probiotics and the fact that the goats love kombucha. So it helps them take it better. You can just mix it with water though if you don't have kombucha. And then I filled the syringe with the charcoal mixture and then squirted it into a little ramekin and put 1 drop of each of those oils. 1 drop of oil is all that's needed for a daily dose for treating any kind of ailment or worm situation. So she will get that today, and he's gonna fill the syringe 2 more times with the charcoal and give that to her as well. He's gonna check time and make sure that she doesn't have any diarrhea I haven't seen any diarrhea with her yet, but like I was telling you in the other video, she just looks thin and she seems like she's getting kind of pushed away from food and stuff. So I just want to make sure that if she is fighting something off, that she has the extra herbal boost for that. So he's gonna mix the herbal stuff in with the charcoal. So I should have said that from the beginning, but anyway, for those of you that are interested, and this is a remedy that could work for a lot of different livestock. So do your research, make sure you know your product. I personally would not use cheap essential oil to do this. I would only use my expensive oil to do this because it's ingesting. And anytime you're gonna ingest an essential oil, you wanna make sure it's the highest, purest form there is. And a lot of the cheaper essential oils are cut with other oils, or not even oils at all, but sometimes chemicals, even when it's not on a label. Even if the label says 100% pure, it is not always accurate. So check it out and do your own research. There's a bunch of independent studies that have been done testing some big companies' oils and had some pretty scary results on some of them. So I trust doTERRA. That's my brand of choice. And I've considered Young Living as a really great runner-up. So that's probably going to be a good one for anybody that is using Young Living. That one would be my next best option. And now on to dinner preparation. So we're doing our little 4th of July barbecue with just the family, just us. We're gonna have grass-fed beef hamburgers and nitrate-free hot dogs, and I'm making potato salad, my famous potato salad. So one of my important key things to making the best potato salad is to make sure that you do not overcook your potato. Yes, my hands are clean, my nails are clean, they just don't look clean because I'm a gardener. Anyway, and I always use hard-boiled eggs too. I had 4, but Liam stole the whites off of one of them. So I'm going to cut these all up into small pieces. I like to have my potatoes bite-sized pieces, and I like to use red potatoes. And I always boil a few extra eggs so I can make deviled eggs. Making deviled eggs is kind of a challenge because I have farm fresh eggs and my eggs are never older than a week old. So yeah, peeling them is kind of hard. And lots of people follow the method that my mom actually taught the entire world. I swear, nobody on the internet talked about steaming eggs until my mother shared it on Grammy's Potager and with Debbie's Back Porch, and it became just so popular, and then everybody started doing it. Which is great. She, you know, very wise woman. I never steam my eggs. Shh, don't tell my mom. But what I do that I think is essential to peeling them is put them in ice as soon as they come out of the boiling water. Ice. Not cold water, ice. And then soak them in that ice water and get them very, very chill and crack them under the water. When you start peeling them under the cold water makes a world of difference. So that is what I do to get my eggs peeled nicely so that I can make my famous deviled eggs. Another secret to perfect deviled eggs and potato salad is definitely homemade mayonnaise. And I have a video on that already, so I'm not even gonna tell you how to do it. Well, maybe I will real quick. So you just crack 2 farm fresh eggs into a wide mouth jar, and you put a splash of real vinegar, like active culture vinegar, some salt and some pepper. Some people use a little bit of dry mustard, and you cover it with a good healthy oil. So make sure that you're using either an organic oil, or make sure that it is not canola, corn, or vegetable oil, because those are GMOs. If you're trying to avoid GMOs, those 3 oils are out of the picture. So we generally will use peanut oil, just because it's an affordable oil and we find its flavor very mild and easy to deal with. You can also do grapeseed oil or safflower oil or any of the other, as long as they're not GMO. That's my main thing. Olive oil can be used, but you're gonna get a very olive oil flavored mayonnaise. So anyway, And then we lacto-ferment ours usually too. So this one's not lacto-fermented yet because I just made it, but before we put it away tonight, it will be. And you can watch my video to learn more about that. So it's simple. You just put them all in a jar and you put your immersion blender into the bottom of the jar and you blend until it emulsifies. It's that easy. Fill the pint jar all the way with the oil. You're done. Just bring that immersion blender up to the top, you're finished. And you can do that in a blender too. So don't rule out this recipe if you don't have an immersion blender. That just makes it the easiest. After I cut up my eggs, I salt and pepper heavily and garlic powder and just a big blob of mayonnaise. Yes, I don't measure anything. You guys know that. But I usually can eyeball it pretty well. And then you just stir it all together. Now, one of the things I like to add to my potato salad is dill. The green dill, like the dill weed, not the dill seed. But I am out, and I didn't know I was out, so I don't have any. And you just want to make sure that your potatoes are completely coated. I'm going to give it a better stir when I stop recording, but that looks like it's going to be just the right amount. You can add a little bit of mustard if you like. You can add a little bit of relish if you want to. That gives it a little flavor boost. Sometimes I'll add a little squirt of ranch dressing. Just whatever you want to make it interesting and different. Horseradish is a nice addition if you have horseradish sauce. Add a little bit of that. Not too much if you don't like it spicy, but it gives it a really nice flavor. And that's it. Simple, easy potato salad. And I know lots of people like to add chopped up onions or celery to their potato salad, but I've never really been a fan of having crunchy pieces in my potato salad. So I actually don't add either of those. Although, because I'm growing my own celery this year, I might have to try that once at least. Feel free to try your own thing. Just add whatever it is that you like in potato salad and change it up and make your own recipe from this one. Now the deviled eggs are just as easy. You just cut them in half, scoop out the yellow yolk into a bowl, and you add salt and pepper, mayonnaise, yellow mustard, spicy brown mustard, and relish. And that is pretty much it. Like I said before though, you could add flavors to that, change flavors, and you can even add some horseradish if you like it spicy. Ryan's family really likes it when I make deviled eggs with horseradish. They get a kick out of that flavor change. And I use a fork when I'm doing it so that I can smash the egg yolks as I go, as I'm stirring it in. Homemade relish, of course, is a very nice addition if you have it. I haven't made my mustard yet, but I have all the ingredients to make my own mustard as well. I just haven't had the time to do it. So I do have store-bought on that. And store-bought is fine, but if you're looking for other ways to use things that you make in your pantry, that's a good way to use them. So that's it. That's simple, straightforward. I'm just gonna spoon that into my egg halves and sprinkle it with a little bit of Hungarian paprika, and I'm done. And we are gonna have a lovely dinner for our 4th of July celebration. Unfortunately, the grocery store was out of watermelon and corn on the cob. So those were the two things I was hoping for, but they were all out. Everybody else had the same idea. So Ryan is outside working the grill now, and we are gonna eat really, really well tonight. I hope you guys have enjoyed me sharing a little bit of how I do stuff in the kitchen. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time on Wholesome